everybody. Oh, I have sound. That's good. Yay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is when you don't nod. This is when you actually say, yes, Curtis, hi. We on screen. No, Duke's not going to do it. He says, fuck.
Do we have to do it exactly like that?
No, you don't have to do it like that. We can do it anyway.
Really good, because that was just ridiculous.
Thank you, Krista. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabletop Roleplay Theater for tonight's presentation of KULT, Divinity Lost, Manhattan.
Friday the 13th version.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Before we begin tonight, I want to thank all of you for coming to see our horror story unfold. I also want to thank these players for helping bring that story to life. It's been a couple of weeks since we've gotten together, so I'm giving them a little extra leeway. I did this to the Wednesday group, and they were like deer in headlights. They had no idea what to do because Curtis went and pulled the rug out from under. So I'm going to give you a couple of sentences worth of leash to introduce yourselves tonight and tell us about how you're feeling. So let's start with Chris. How are you this evening?
I am not too bad. I have to open in the morning, so I'm going to go to bed as soon as we're done with the game tonight. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad today. I work retail, so that's saying something.
Oh, you've just ruined it for me. Now I hope we don't go long. You know, close, you know. Anyways, I know how that works. Well, good. Maybe we can get you out of the retail mindset for just a little while. I doubt it because this is going to be terrible. That's
literally all I want.
This will be terrible and horrific, so it's going to be just like work.
Right.
Let's jump down to Joel. Erica, who plays Joel?
I'm a little sick, so hopefully this will go away soon, and I won't be dealing with it next week. Other than that, I'm good.
Well, I hope I can scare it out of you because everybody seems to have something happening today. Is it because it's Friday the 13th? I don't know. But let's go up top to Blythe. The reason that we're a little bit hour late, she was forced to work another Friday the 13th occurrence. I guess we're not clear. Hopefully everything's looking better for you. How are you tonight, Krista?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain, really. Got off work, painted some faces. Now I'm here.
Nice. That's almost as good as getting off at work. And the person who does that more than anybody else in the group has got to be one of the last two. Who could it be? Probably Duke. He has an office.
You're probably right.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm great. I'm excited to get back into this game. We left on quite a cliffhanger last time. Sasha miraculously opened a door to a place he thinks he wants to be, but we'll see, I guess, real soon.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And the person who's most nervous about how much time is left has got to be Harvey Winston, played by Jaylee down below. How are you tonight, Jaylee?
Muted.
She's got a voice problem where
Muted.
it's like,
Oh, hello.
yeah, some
Anyways, what I
lemon and
was
whiskey. Lemon and whiskey helps with that.
I'm doing good. I'm very excited. I'm all jazzed on espresso. I just kicked Chris's butt in the chat. Yeah, I play Harvey Winston. He's the cursed, and we're going to have a great night tonight.
Outstanding.
You say that, but I feel like our characters are going to go through some shit here very shortly.
You never know.
I'm okay with
you
that.
never
It's
know.
insane.
Sometimes it's all in your heads. Thank you, players. It is Friday the 13th, Duke, and tonight we are going to bring you the psychological, the paranormal, and the cosmic horror that is KULT, Divinity Lost, Manhattan. welcome back. Oh, I hear a clicky or so. That's good. I always hear a little bit of ambient noise from my players. That lets me know sounds are going the way they're supposed to. Hey, I'm a little gun shy. This is a bludgeoning new enterprise, and Curtis has some notorious habits for sound. What? We're halfway into it, and nobody can hear a thing we've said?
Weird.
No, it's only
Dang it.
usually like the first 7 minutes.
No,
Right.
it's fine.
And we haven't had that happen since like the 3rd episode of
Yeah,
Greyhawk
we've
City,
been.
so.
Curtis is on a roll, but it's Friday the 13th, so let's see what I can do to fuck that up. Last time in Manhattan, Harvey, Sasha, Joel, and Ernest began their venture into the Citadel of Malkuth. Discovered a torturous room that held the damaged but still living Blythe. Thrown with puzzles and creatures seeming to want to stop your progress, continually coming at you, and in the desperate moment thought to be your end, Sasha decides to whisk you away to the top. Wasn't that how we described it? Of said citadel. And that's where our story opens tonight. What was your state of mind, Sasha, when you wanted to go to the top?
Sasha was actually in a fairly decent place for the first time in a few hours. It was more determined, I guess, than anything else. Joel had said only as, or maybe Harvey, I think one of them had said only as a last resort. And there was that crazy death angel thing in the room. Sasha figured we weren't getting past that, so let's get around it. So I would say determined. Determined
to get around it all and go straight up. All of you you've whisked everybody, I believe, through this journey together as a group one time before. I know you've taken Harvey a couple of times, but
Yes.
I think everybody made this trip once earlier, and this time it's a little bit different. Of course, you never know where it's going to turn out. Your roll was good. I remember the number was good, whatever it was.
20. It was a 20.
I don't remember the exact number, but Duke does. Yeah, it was a 20. And the journey, however, still starts to seem a bit frighteningly long for you. There is a moment where you were determined, you were comfortable, you felt good with your use of the power. But you start to get to that moment. It's like the last few ticky moments of a microwave where you wonder, did I do it just a couple 2 seconds long, and it's going to get that nasty shit around the edge. The atmosphere as you travel, because you're literally just kind of moving through space and time, it's gray and thick like smoke, but there's no density or smell to it. It's no fogginess. You can kind of feel fog as you go through it because it's water. There's no smell like smoke or burning. The challenge is your mind, because your eyes are continuously trying to focus through it because none of your other senses can detect it. You start to see movement and shadows somewhere beyond the gray, as if the gray was just a thin veil of something else on the other side. And these shadows pass by close. I mean, like for a moment, you may see Joel kind of fade into your sight as she may look over to you, and she's sensing the same thing. You can all sort of see each other if you look around and focus hard enough. But if you look out into the world, as your mind wants to do because you're human, you see these shadows, and these look like moving creatures that are beyond your comprehension of size available to creatures. Enormous, moving skyscrapers. It's as if the buildings of Manhattan are moving around you, only with mottled edges and unsharpened features. They pass by close, but you never get to focus through them. You never see them. You only see their shadows. And then you realize that you're walking, and the grayness starts to dissipate, and all of you come together as a group. And the gray begins to draw back, and you notice that you are now on a carpeted floor. There's no walls, but if you continue to move forward a couple of steps as you start to gather your bearings and realize that there's this funky, it's like this blood red with all this really intricate details, kind of, it looks like it belongs on some old casino in 70s Vegas. You can hear typewriters. And as you all realize, okay, we're in a location and we're together, you can look around. All 5 of you are there in the sorry condition that you were. You don't see any walls to the outside. You haven't seen what's making the typewriting spells. I'm going to let you guys decide if you're going to walk off into the gray, but it has a more of a semblance of fog now that you can walk into it and it sort of disappears in front of you.
Where the hell are we?
No, I'm going to be honest here. I expected like a rooftop or something.
Let's. I mean, it's what I had in my mind. it's what I have no idea. This is all new.
You're not fucking with us, are you, Sasha?
Never.
You're not.
No.
Right.
No.
You swear?
Do I look like I'm fucking with you?
So where do we go now? Forward? Backwards? Sideways?
You don't sense that you're alone because, like I said, the sound that you hear in the background is typewriters.
Is it from
old school? I forget I'm talking to a whole bunch of young people. Old typewriters. Clickety, clickety, clacky.
Is it from
What a typewriter is.
is.
I mean, is it from every direction? Is the sound coming from in front of us? To our left, to our right, behind us, or is it just kind of?
It's coming from in front of you, but yes, it seems to be a lot of it, as if there's hundreds of them.
Is someone holding me right now?
I mean, if you asked, Harvey would probably give you a piggyback right again.
Yeah. I just didn't know if I was on my broken
You
feet.
hear this big thump
otherwise-
as Blythe falls on the floor.
Just drops her.
All right.
Right, your feet are pretty hurt, so...
Doesn't seem to be any sound behind you, but when you look behind you, the gray is like right behind you. If you look forward, it gets less and less. The further you walk in, the less gray there is, the more of the room you see exposed to you. It's literally a video game fog of war scenario.
Well, if this
Can I try to use my bound ability? And I would like to use one of my moves to see the true form of a location.
The true what of your location?
The true form of a location, like... Unless this is the true form of this location, I guess. But it would allow me to, like, see more.
Yeah.
of my
And that
surroundings.
was a bound thing. Hang on a
Yeah.
second. Let me take a look at it.
You're bound to an extra
See the
dimensional
true
entity
form of
whose
the-
powers you can draw upon.
Interesting.
That's what I used to see the true form of
Yeah.
the Doctor all those episodes ago with the kidney.
So what you see is the grayness. Then you kind of what does it look like when you pull this? When you do
They're probably
this?
used to this by now. Like I've got Blythe on my back, and Harvey, he does his usual where he kind of like jerks around a little bit, like has a small spasm go through his whole body, and he gets stiff and closes his eyes. And when he opens them, they're like a weird mass of just like swirling purple and black.
So
Gross.
as Harvey's eyes do their spooky little black and purple, I like that. The gray goes away for you, for the most part. But what you see is and endless. I'm not even going to say almost, because when your eyes lose focus on the end, it just turns to grayness in the beyond. So you have no idea what it is, but it's this red carpeted with these gray pillars, kind of like what you would see in some big corporate massive office that are scattered about. Really odd. Everything else seems really old school. The carpet is very old school, but there are just a field of desks. Just very simple wood top, black wrought iron leg supports, legs, and a little carriage, a little, I don't know what they would call it, a little decorative borderline thing underneath the wood desk.
Is there anyone here with us? Or just lots of desks?
There's somebody at each one of those desks.
What do they look like?
They look like humans.
Do they notice us?
They're just typing. They're all disfigured, tortured in some horrible, terrific ways. Some of them have their eyes shut. Some of them have their mouths shut. Some of them are missing all but 2 fingers and are just typing away. Every one of them has something completely wrong with them. One of them looks like it's had its head removed and then sewn back on the top. But it's just endless, except straight ahead. There's a parted path that goes between this field and divides it into 2. And the other side is not really all that far away. It seems like it's a football field across from where you are. But comparison to what you see out there, in front, there's a raised dais area at the end. And on top of that sits 2 desks and a podium. And at one of those desks, it's just a plain desk like the others, sits another one of those tortured creatures. And sitting on the desk, sort of on the front of the desk, between the desk and the podium, because the podium's kind of out front to address the fields of typewriters, stands a woman. And from where you can see, she just looks plain. You know it's a woman because she's wearing a dress. It's black. She has pale skin. It doesn't look like she has any hair. But she's 100 yards away. She's not big and menacing. She looks normal size from your vantage point.
So you guys you see Harvey like look around and take all this in. And then he turns around and looks at you guys and blinks a few times, and the color goes back to their normal emerald. Okay. Yeah, I think you got us there, and we just have to should we take a moment?
Harvey, in your head, you hear a voice as you start to come to and talk to your friends. You hear a voice in your head. Harvey, did you bring me my box?
Yeah, I got it. I got box. You guys, like the rest of you guys, kind of see him mutter to himself, like he's looking at all you and talking, and then all of a sudden he kind of turns aside. Yeah, I've got. Fuck yeah.
Oh, Harvey, I knew you would do that. You are just as I had planned. Bring it to me.
Oh.
Hey, man.
Okay. Hold on. Sorry. What are you gonna? Are we gonna be able to get out of here? I need your promise that me and my friends are gonna get, or at least my friends.
As soon as you say that, before you finish the sentence, everybody in the room hears, Harvey, bring me my box.
Oh.
Who the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
Did you hear that? Holy shit, did you hear that too? I'm not fucking crazy.
Hey, man. You wanna... Who said that?
Yeah, you wanna do some explaining here, bud?
So we're in, I saw it all. We're in a room, there's lots of typewriters, there's lots of people, they look like they could be friends of yours. Ernie, back there. And I think it's the lady, she's in front of us. I don't know, like...
Here?
A parking lot or two, she's far. Yeah.
Is she the lady that just speakered you?
Yeah.
What do you mean, people that Ernie might recognize? What does that mean?
Well, you know the guy in the cab, the freaking murder. Yeah. You and all this. Do you guys hear the clicking? Do you hear the click, 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 click?
Yeah, you hear it.
We've been hearing it.
It's people like that, but hundreds of them, and they're all around us.
If you give this lady, this woman, the box, is there a chance that we're gonna turn into the clicking people? Is that?
I didn't think. Well, I didn't think of that. I don't know.
Joel like cocks a gun and she looks at you and she's like, "Get it together. All right, we've got one thing to do."
Oh, God.
Hey, all I'm saying is we give her the box, she gets what she wants, and we leave. If not...
Okay, but what if this is all just
I feel like shit right now.
a big game? You know, what if we give her the box and we still lose?
That's what the gun's for. We don't lose.
Harvey, you can see around the room.
It's something weird, something special, like you with your tattoo. It's
Okay, great, awesome. Lead us, get us the fuck out of here. Show us the way.
I don't know about this, guys. And he starts like.
No. You don't get to back out now. You don't get to back out now.
Oh my God! Can you take her? She's really heavy. Sasha? Can you?
I make grabby hands.
Okay, yes, I will take her. You don't get to change the fucking subject, though. And he's moving his way over and letting Blythe get onto his back and give her a fucking piggyback ride. You don't get to change the subject. This... I came all this way for you, and now you want to fucking turn around? Now you want to quit?
I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna quit, but I'm saying that maybe.
Maybe what?
Oh, you're gonna suggest we all leave again?
I didn't think that maybe. Yeah. You know what? That's what I'm gonna suggest. I don't want you guys to turn into crazy.
Okay, too late. Too late. You remember what Gray said? You remember what Gray said when we were down in the dark? The only way out is forward.
Or through the door. Apparently. Okay. Okay.
Look around. What door? We don't have a door anymore.
Lead the way. Harvey,
okay.
lead the way.
Fuck, fine. Shit, fine. And he just he throws like a little tantrum and like stomps his foot on the ground and starts walking forward to the lady.
We've lost track of your stability somewhere along the road, according to your character sheet.
I don't know what happened to that, but I have not lost any stability.
Okay.
Yet.
You're about to.
That was the scariest sentence.
I don't like that. Blythe squeezes onto Sasha a little more. Like she tightens her thighs and arms around him. Like a little
Joel's coming up right beside Harvey. I'll walk with you, bud.
Yeah, he's kind of like angrily limping because he's still like a little injured from before. And just doing, you guys are used to this. You're used to Harvey overreacting at this point and causing a fuss. So like while he's like limping along, he's just like, oh, all this is so stupid. Can't believe it. I just want to go back to my life.
Harvey?
What?
Harvey.
What?
Get it together. Act calm.
I think Harvey's justified. I don't think now is the time to act calm.
Let's act calm or we get screwed anyways. So I suggest we all just try and stay calm. We don't have a upper hand here.
What's the matter? It's a lose-lose situation anyway.
Thank you for your optimism.
As we're making our way, do the desks start to become clear to us?
Well, I was about to ask which way, Harvey, were you planning on leading them?
I'm leading them straight forward to where I saw the lady and the dais.
Yes, as you go in about 10, 15 feet, Sasha, it doesn't take too long, and then you start to see more of the gray clear away, and you don't quite see the immensity of the field of workers.
No, but we see on each side of us desk after desk after desk of these.
Yes, and you start to get where you can see probably 20 or 30 feet off into the distance as well before it grays out to you. And you see more of them. So you start to get the image, and from the mere sound of it, which is now getting louder and louder, it's not as loud as what you think it should be, especially when you start to see how many of them there are. But it is kind of overwhelming, just not in that I gotta do this sort of level. And as you start to get into that where you can see them, you see all sorts of weird, every one of them has got something new that's wrong with them. Some of them, their clothes have ripped. They're just wearing tatters of something. Some of them have no clothes on at all. Some of them are, you don't even know if they're missing their parts, but what looks to be just a bloody gore from the waist down in some situations as you go through. And you've got such a long walk, and there's just so many of them. It's just overwhelming to your mind. And every once in a while, you'll make eye contact with one whose mouth isn't shut. And Joel, you see the first one, and it turns its head and looks at you, and it is pale and kind of wrinkled looking, but it's a little bit close, and you see that its eyes are just like dead. There's nothing there. One of them might have even had a cataract in it at one point. It's kind of grayed out, but it looks at you and it says, "The rebel."
Joel just kind of like shoves Harvey forward a little faster.
And then Blythe, you see the next one. You're looking too as you're looking around, and how creepy and fucked up these people really are. and they're still just, you don't know what they're typing at, and it's just endless. I didn't even tell you about the paper. It's just an endless scroll of paper into a pile of paper in front of the desk. Sorry, that was a huge big visual thing I left out. And they're just feeds over and over and over, and one of them looks at Blythe and says, "The Queen." And one of them looks at Ernie and says, "Guys, Harnesser." And then you hear a chorus at once say, "The physical world." And it repeats as you go through this crowd. You'll look at one and they say the different things. They don't all say Queen to Blythe. Sometimes, Joel, you'll look at one and it's the same pattern. The rebel, the queen, Gaia's harnesser, the physical world in chorus. And it gets more and more intense, and pretty soon others start joining in, so that there's more than one who says these words as it goes, until, if nobody stops, you get to the end. And as the gray starts to part in front of you, you all see.
Before we get to the end,
yes,
Sasha would have been trying to read.
Yeah, I want to look at the paper.
Yeah, what is there anything that we can read on any of this paper?
So you want to like walk up to one of these creatures that's working, and
I want to
walk their shoulder.
I mean, Blythe is about to hop off.
No, I'm not going to look over their shoulder, but I can read upside down. I mean, I can read a piece of paper on it.
Blythe is hopping off.
You're gonna go way to the front.
Going over to desk.
I'm not stopping. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, I slow down and
okay, yeah.
Trying to read what's on the paper as it's being typed out. You know what I mean? As it's flowing over, I'm looking at, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to see if there's anything recognizable.
Right. You see that there is something being printed onto the page with the clickety clacks of the typewriter. And as either one of you, if you sort of even just stray over there as a group together to kind of peer and get a glimpse, you do see that there are markings. It doesn't really look like letters from what you can tell, but there are some being struck. And if you actually physically go over to take a look at the paper, when you get within reading distance, you see that they are markings that you cannot read. And as you try to understand them in your mind, they bleed away into an inky mess on the paper.
Well, okay then.
Curiosity satisfied.
Yep. Fuck that. Let's keep going.
And we keep marching on.
I mean, unless Ernie's gonna pull out some genius shit.
No, I've just been taking notes into my tape recorder this whole time.
We're ignoring him. He's in the back of the pack.
He's going to be the only one that survives.
Really. The queen, the rebel, the rebel, the queen, Gaia's harness. It appears that the words are disappearing into a blood-stained type thing. It's fascinating, really.
Amazing. Science.
So without any other delays, you do get to the end where the gray starts to part out from in front of you, and then everybody can see a big pedestal, a big dais, a raised area, a stage, if you will. And on that, to one side, is a desk, much like the others, with another one of those tortured creatures sitting there. However, it does have both of its arms. There's a book there and quill in hand. And it just sits there holding motionless and staring at the woman that you saw, Harvey. And now as you come up on it, it does look like she's wearing a dress, but it's kind of like a two-piece where it goes all the way to the floor. You can't see her feet, but it looks like the top has got sort of like a blazer kind of top. It's split in the front and cuts at the waist. But it's kind of long. She seems tall now that you're up on her, probably 6'2", 6'3". Not muscular in any way. She's slender. However, she is almost white and completely smooth, featureless skin, no wrinkles or anything like that. It's not that she's beautiful. There's no hair at all, no facial hair, no hair on top, no eyebrows or anything like that. Her lips are just as barely pink as they can be, almost translucent, sort of an appearance.
Harvey, is this alopecia albino bitch? You sure that's the lady?
I don't know. I've never actually seen her. She just kind of looks back at you like, fucking, you tell me, and pulls the cube out of his jacket and looks up at her.
She starts to walk forward. She was actually starting to walk forward as you guys were having this this brief exchange, and she asks, "Do you have questions, Sasha?"
Yes, many, so fucking many. What's with the bleeding paper thing and the tortured souls? People, I don't know, what are they? And what do they do for you? Are you the lady? How do we get out of here?
Sasha, always in a panic. I am the Archon, Malkuth.
Well, fuck.
Don't fucking like that.
Wow.
Harvey kind of takes a step back and like
I am the one
slowly
who
the
tamed.
cube starts going back into his jacket.
I am the one who tamed Chia and created this prison of yours and all of the primordial forces of nature. I channeled all the principles, fused them into the machinery that keeps the illusion together.
No. Where's the lady?
To represent
little kid, but
true order, recurring cycles, and the transience of the physical world.
No, where is she? She was supposed to be the one here. It was supposed to be her. It wasn't. Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Harvey,
Okay.
there have been so many that have toyed and played with you. But you brought me the box. And now, all of that gets to go away.
What are you going to do with this
I was the higher
box?
power that brought all of your lives. I created the seasons. I created night and day, the tides, waves, rain, the sun, the moon. Everything that was physically tangible, all that you could taste, feel, see, smell. And thus, in your perfect prisons, you forgot. You know what? So did we. And then the demiurge disappeared. And I revolted. And now, thanks to the wonders of Dr. Ernest Kennedy, and Harvey, and Joel, and Bly. Oh, Bly. So much about Bly. And piece by piece, I got you all here with the box. So I'm sorry, Harvey, that everything had to hurt so much, but it had to hurt, you see, because pain is. I will tear the illusion down. Your world is fake. It's as fake as the paper that all of these poor souls are setting the course of history upon. And they've left me to tend it all. So, my box.
He's shaking his head and he takes a few steps back. He's got the box still in his jacket.
Yeah, Joel's stepping in front of you.
What happens with this box? What are you trying to do with it? Is this your ultimate plan to trick us all to come here, pretend to be the lady, open the box, tear down the illusion? Am I just like a pawn?
Harvey, of course, you were a pawn. But
Well, all I know is I have something you need.
yes, and you were the right pawn. You see, you're all the right pawns.
And what if we're the wrong pawns?
Honestly, I was more interested in Dr. Kennedy. And when she says that, she starts walking towards you, Dr. Kennedy, and walks around behind you and starts to caress your shoulders as she speaks. Dr. Kennedy has been helping my mission for years. Tearing down, breaking the illusion, showing it, awakening people's minds, like Sasha. And poor Joel. Things did not turn out the way they were supposed to with Joel. Your parents, difficult to persuade. Blythe, you've got powers you've not even used yet. Things you haven't even begun to understand, you fool child. But we got you away from your husband, the doctor. Someone thrown in my way, but you got him. And then you got him again? At least for now. Harvey, you have to give me the box. How many days do you have left? Is it now?
I don't know.
Just a handful, I bet, slipping through your fingers like sand, holding on to them like water.
Blythe slides off of Sasha's back and she steps over to Malkuth. So you're saying that you're going to make the world better? Is that what this is all about? We give you the box and the world's better because the illusion's broken?
It will be reality. It will be what it is. It's there, constantly trying to get at you and ruin your lives. Blythe, I can make you the queen of it all. You have so many powers coming to you, and you're so young. Joel, I know two people that you want. You can have them. Harvey.
So what happens to us?
What would you like to do? A summer in Paris? A trip to Cannes? The Tony Award?
What with my 3 days? I don't think the Tonys are for another few months, bud.
So, the days are your only holdback. What about Sasha? What do you want? A nightclub in Manhattan? You want to be the boss? You want to be the boss of something bigger?
No. No. I want to go back.
Oh.
I need to go back.
I could do that too. I could send you back, Blythe. You want to go back and grope again with a real family? A do-over? Then there will be a few things. First, the box.
I want to call upon the lady.
I think you could. I think you should give it to him.
Would I be able to use one of my bound abilities?
You can try to use any ability you want to. And it is.
I want to try to reach the lady.
Okay.
So you see, Harvey takes several steps back, and he's got an iron grip on the cube and his jacket, and he is pale. Like, he realizes how majorly he probably fucked up in this, and he does that spasm again and closes his eyes as he tries to reach out to her.
It's like a little inner prayer.
Yeah.
I think you told me that once before. You only done this a couple of times. Joel, you've got an eye on things. Harvey rolls her eyes sort of into her head. You see it kind of fade off almost into that look that it was, except this time they close. And because she had skirted around you, not Harvey, but Malkuth, to go to Dr. Kennedy. But now she's turned back and is headed back towards Harvey.
I'm stepping in front of him.
I was about to say, Malkuth, if you don't mind, I have a question.
Just one moment, Dr. Kennedy.
Your goal, you said, is to take down the illusion, but you're offering Blythe the illusion.
Dr. Kennedy. You don't even know yet.
If your goal is to tear down the illusion, then I may very well be on your side. However, if you have any inclination towards maintaining that illusion for specific people, just seems unfair, doesn't it?
It is what it is, and I have Harvey trying to talk to me right now. Harvey.
Oh, shit. That's like a serious breaking point for him. Because he thought maybe the lady and Malkuth were separate and the lady could give him advice and that maybe somehow she was on his side. So finding out that they're the same person Well, I'm actually getting like shook by this right now. Woo!
You feel a little played.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Oh man, this is some good stuff. I mean, you're the DM, but I definitely feel like he needs to like try to keep it together.
Yeah. Keep it together. Make the roll.
Man. Where is it?
As a matter of fact, in the presence of a god, I want you all to keep it together.
Oh shit.
I mean, I'm gonna be a queen, so
Oh my god.
Blythe ain't worried about shit.
I don't worry about
Oh.
thing.
We are better than a 9.
Yeah.
Ah.
We're keeping it together. This
Okay.
god doesn't bother us.
For the most part, you all do pretty good.
I mean, it bothers Harvey a little,
A
but
little.
it was
He's
better
very
than
bothered. He, like, in the back of his mind, he kind of thought that maybe the lady was, like, good. In a way, like,
What?
yeah.
What?
That she was better than Malkuth, at least. Like,
I guess that's fair, but like the way she was described to us was like the one that waits beneath or something. I was like, no, that's not good.
better than Malkuth. Malkuth is a 9. The lady's a 10. So she's slightly better. He definitely didn't think that it was Malkuth the whole time trying to
Plot
manipulate
twist.
him. Yeah.
Hashtag plot twist.
So you guys,
For
I'm
those of
stressed
you,
out.
for those of you who rolled 10 to 14, you need to drop 1 stability.
Lower than a 14, you said?
Yeah, 10 to 14. Lower than a 15.
Erica, high five.
I know. I was gonna say, Chris and I get high five.
Woo!
as Sasha, had been asking to go back, tears had started to form in his eyes, and that hasn't stopped. He's not racked with sobs, but there are still tears. You don't know if it's being in Malkuth's presence. You don't know if it's, I mean, it's hard for any of you to determine what it is, but
she strolls right over.
You've all seen Sasha not do well.
Yeah.
And you would guess that he's on his way to not doing well.
She goes over to Sasha and places one of her white, translucent looking fingers under your chin and lifts your head up and asks you, "How do you want it to be, Sasha?"
Warm? I don't know. I don't know. You're the one. You said you made everything.
Sasha.
It was white everywhere, and it was peaceful. It was for the first time in my fucking life. I felt peace. And I was comfortable, and I wasn't scared all the fucking time.
Sasha, what do you think happened to the rest of those people?
I don't know.
Look behind you.
When Ernie says that, I think that Sasha would have to keep it together.
Again?
Because there's no fucking way that Sasha would have connected those two things. There is no way that Sasha would have connected those two things.
All right, roll.
And here's the bad part, is that Sasha now rolls at -2.
Oh no.
Okay.
Well,
Better than a 9.
Not bad. Yeah.
So, hold on. Let me do the character sheet thing before I do the... Not good. So Sasha starts anxiously looking around the room. Do you really? Fuck. Shit.
In 30 years of research, nothing from this side of the veil has ever been good. I was amazed when you said that what you saw on the other side was as pleasant as you insisted that it was.
It can't be this. Okay? It can't be this.
There's so much more. You've seen pieces of it, Sasha. The light, the white light, you caught a glimpse, a taste of it because of your power. You can have that forever.
At this point, Harvey's opened his eyes back up and he's also crying, and he's got just like his face is just like covered in tears, and he like very shakily lifts up the gun that he got, and like his hand is visibly shaking, and he cocks it. Don't fucking touch him.
Harvey, what are you doing? Calm down. Put that away.
No. You leave him alone.
So you're pointing the gun at
Malkuth?
Yes.
Right over my shoulder.
Blythe steps in front of Malkuth, in front of the gun.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Say anything?
Don't you fucking shoot that gun.
Mr. Winston, it won't do any good. This creature is well beyond any kind of physical understanding that any of us have or any of our weapons. Again, given that it has designed the illusion, could possibly affect.
Harvey, I want you to roll avoid harm.
She's our god.
Dokey.
What are you thinking?
He's not a smart boy. Hey.
Better than a 9.
You avoid it? You heckin' avoid
it
it.
a
Kinda.
14?
Wow.
14, yeah.
14.
That's not bad.
Well, mostly avoids it.
This is what everybody sees.
I'm
Because there's a moment.
Oh, I told you he gonna die.
so stressed out.
Oh my god.
Harvey shaking, pointing the gun now at Blythe. Malkuth is behind Blythe, who has now turned with a smile on her face and her hand on Blythe's shoulders, standing behind her and towering above her by about a foot or more.
At least.
Harvey. You stop with the gun. Well, I shouldn't say you stop with the gun. Everybody sees Harvey shaking more and more. And then the gun, Harvey's looking at the gun. And Harvey says, "There's only one way out of this." And then puts the gun to his head.
No.
Do you do something?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm standing right there. I'm gonna smack that gun out of his hand.
Before anybody can do anything else.
Oh, he gets me first.
I get to act first in a threatening situation.
That's true. Because of an advantage.
Yeah, my 6th sense. I'm using one of my 2 edges. And I get to act first in a threatening situation. And shit. Fucking shit. That doesn't help. I'm gonna try to jump and I'm gonna try to grab the gun out of Harvey's hand, or I'm gonna try to tackle Harvey. I'm gonna try to tackle Harvey, and keep the gun from going off. Keep him from shooting himself in the head. Is that engage in combat?
Yes. I was just double checking, but you beat me to it by half a second.
13.
Me next.
All right. Well, actually, Joel had already made a move before Sasha advantaged her. But you're up. You're up on the bullpen from there.
So 13. I get to inflict damage, but it's at a cost.
All right. So were you going for Harvey or the gun?
I was trying to whatever I can do to knock the gun off course, because I assume that I'm not going to I'm just trying to tackle Harvey. I'm just trying to knock Harvey to the ground, and you know what I mean, and hopefully
yeah, and you do tackle Harvey to the ground and the gun goes off. And Harvey, you take one harm as the bullet has grazed your forehead, tore down to the skull, a big, nice fucking gash, but it didn't break through the bone. Bounced off, probably laying around the room this room, who knows where the fuck it is. Joel, what are you doing?
So they're on the ground. The gun just went off, and now Harvey is basically bleeding from the head.
Yeah, you make a move. Harvey's on the ground. The gun's, fallen. It's about a foot out of her hand. Sasha's on top of her.
I'm gonna grab the gun.
Blythe, what were you wanting to do?
I want to use ice cold.
Oh. What does that do? Hang on.
It is keep my calm and cool even in the midst of violence and chaos.
I love it.
Can I do it?
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Go ahead and do that, because you are starting to feel pretty powerful, especially with her behind you and she's got her hands on your shoulder. Like, you feel a parental pride behind you.
It's a 10. Fuck, what does that get me?
Something.
I
Rolled
get-
a
Better
10.
than a 9.
It is better than a 9.
You get 2 edges.
Oh, baby. Yes. One of my edges has managed to snatch something, and I want to get that cube.
Shit!
Oh my god.
Oh, now we all just don't get a say.
So-
We're doing whatever the freak she wants to
Well,
do.
the cube's still in my jacket pocket.
So here's
Yeah, but you're bleeding out.
this is what happens.
You're just
By
like,
the way, battlefield medicine is my next action.
Dr. Kennedy,
Just rifling.
as you watch this unfold, because Malkuth was over there dealing with you before this all started, and she started her way over towards Harvey. Now standing behind Blythe, as you're watching, you just see Malkuth from behind. You see Malkuth lean down and whisper something in Blythe's ear. This is all happening about the same time Harvey is putting the gun to his head. There's the commotion. Joel has bent down for the gun, and you see at the exact same time Blythe has skirted around and has actually gone to the other side as if she's feigning interest over Harvey, but you see her slip her hand in and pull the cube out of her pocket.
Well, I'm not
What do you do with the
going
cube, Blythe?
to do anything about that. So.
No, you can't, but it was good to have you watch it, because then I get to describe it, because nobody else saw it.
I don't have a pocket.
It's yes, you do. You're wearing my jacket.
You have
Oh,
nature's pocket
okay.
also.
I didn't know. I will not put it in nature's pocket. Oh my god.
it is fairly loose.
It's not a 2002 Ford Fusion, okay? It's not a 2002 Ford Fusion.
Also, our frames got switched around. I know this is a very tense moment, but Duke left for like an inch.
God damn it.
And now he's me.
We
Also,
are kind of tangled up together.
I know, that works.
That me being in the middle always, I'm always good.
What happened?
I have the thing.
I went to unmute myself and I accidentally hit stop video.
Don't ever do that.
I know.
Duke.
I get to
No,
do
I'm
it
the
once. Everybody else has done it once at this point.
It's okay. It was fun.
That's why I like having my microphone control on a button that I can just click.
I should just click my mic. I should.
Okay, so Blythe.
Like that. I look at it and I look back to Malkuth and I'm gonna give it to her.
I shoot her.
First, I want you to observe a situation to see if you see her.
Oh,
so roll plus.
Yeah, I put it in the
perception.
jacket pocket. I put it in the jacket pocket.
So I did see her, but I'm going to Harvey to make sure that he's not dead.
Yeah, because it's 3 versus 2 now. That's what's happening. It is now 3 versus 2.
I love this.
Oh no. I got 4.
A 4.
Oh man.
Joel does not see me.
No.
So your question is, can I do anything about it? The answer is no.
Nope. Absolutely fucking not. We're screwed.
Does anybody else want to make a move?
Other than me checking out Joel's head or Harvey's head.
Okay,
well,
so you went to the injury.
Yeah. I only have one thing that I can do. I only have one job on this stupid ship, and I'm gonna do it.
Good job.
Proud of you.
Thank you, science officer.
I just repeat what the ship says.
So then
that was bad.
Does that mean you accidentally stabbed me?
Oops.
Lee.
He like sticks his finger in your head
stabilize the wound. Wait.
Yes.
I stabilize the wound even without access to medical equipment, but there are also unexpected and potentially dangerous consequences, such as infections, healing deformities, or other serious side effects.
Your pretty face now has a big fucking scar.
GM
no,
makes
not my pretty face.
move.
Yeah, here's the GM's move for this particular situation while you're dealing with it. It's not that bad of a head wound. It probably will leave a scar unless you see a plastic surgeon. But my move, I love this. This is a beautiful move because you all come to the aware that Harvey's safe and okay. What about Malkuth? And you all sort of do the look at the same time, just as you see Blythe put the cube in her hand.
Sasha rolls over up onto one knee and screams, "No!" And I am going to use my inner power.
Oh boy.
You're gonna do what?
Power.
Your mic like cut out or something.
You're soft now.
I'm soft now?
Yep.
I think you blew out your
like
mic.
that. No.
How about now? Am I soft now?
No, that's better.
What did the stabilizing do for me? Because I currently have 3 harm.
It took that 2 away.
Took 2 away, so I just have 1 harm.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And
I'll be kind.
I mean, if he dies,
What
dies.
was your first injury?
The last time Sasha used inner power.
Oh, that's right. You got like a psychic blast or something.
And also possibly this time.
No, lucky for you. So Sasha rolls over and rolls up onto one knee, and you hear him scream no, and the tendrils of smoke that you saw burst out of him before, instead of them just being random and filling up the entire room, they come forth straight out of his torso and slam into Blythe, causing 2 harm.
Slam into Blythe?
Yes.
Okay. Blythe, I need you to roll to avoid harm. And
What?
Sasha, I don't know what happened. Something did get funky with your microphone. You still sound softer than you were. It's a little bit better, but just to give you a heads up, I don't know what happened, but something happened during the no.
But
So-
wait, Curtis, I don't have to roll because I have endure trauma and I have hardened.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Blythe. Sasha, when you send your tendrils
Blythe
out
is
to
the
do
final
damage,
boss of this game.
the tendrils bounce off of her. She just like flexes in a light and almost looks sort of angelic for just about a half a second, and they dissipate.
I want to try and shoot the box out of Malkuth's hand.
Suck my butt.
One. Actually, Blythe, I want you to make me an endure injury roll, and you get a +1 to that. So you still may take 1 harm out of this deal.
Endure.
But you
And I
do
get a +1.
lose one of the 2 from from endure trauma.
This is a 13.
A 13. Where'd it go? Oh, on the other side, dumbass. A 13. Okay. So you're going to take 1 harm. It doesn't completely dissipate. Let's backtrack just a little bit. It hits her and actually knocks her on her butt, but she does still get the little glow effect, and it doesn't look like it was going to do what you thought it would to her, Sasha. She still has kind of like a little grin, like, oh, that didn't hurt so bad. 16-year-old smartass down on her. But you did land on your butt, Blythe.
Right. Hold on. I get back up. Ouch.
I want to shoot the box out of her hand. Can I do that? Is that a thing I can do?
Oh, you're going to pull a gun on another player?
I feel like
I'm gonna try and shoot the box out of Malkuth's hand, right? Because she got it to the hand. Can I just shoot the box out of the hand?
Can you?
I
what's
don't
them
know.
dice rolls looking like?
Can I do that, Mr. GM?
Do you have any advantages that would help out that situation?
I just have a really high engaged in combat.
Really?
Other than that, the only thing I have is inner rage, but that only gives me 1 harm. Like I can, if I roll well, and right? Oh, hold on, gotta read this. May weaken inner rage, lose 1 stability and mark 1 rage every time you get a wound, and every time you defeat a foe, increase +1 rage. So
Oh, no, but you need to keep track of that. I think I remember writing that down to talk to you about it, and then forgot it.
That would be the only thing that would sort of help me out, because then I could shake off or ignore physiological or supernatural influence. Psychological, not physiological.
Okay, so Mew Jackman is laying on his back right next to me and being the most fucking adorable cat in the world right now.
Okay, so yeah, when you're in combat, you can rage, just like a barbarian almost. You do lose 1 stability, but you get a rage.
Mhm.
And every time you take a wound, or if you kill something or defeat an enemy, you also get a rage. And then those rage are like edge bucks. And then you can use them for an edge. So you've got those edge to choose from about assault or endure injury. It allows you to tank. It's not going to help in this particular situation.
No, the only thing I can do is try and aim and fire.
Yeah, but what I want you to do is act under pressure, because you're not just shooting this big 6 foot tall woman. You're shooting
a tiny
3-inch box that's 20 feet away.
Oh, spooked. Oh, it's a 9. No. No. Oh, it's a 9.
So, for the 20 episodes, are we sure we're going to be able to reach that?
Death is only the beginning.
I have a kick-ass
A 9. That's not good. Serious consequences. You make a shot and you miss the box.
Yep.
However, Malkuth gets your attention, or you have gotten her attention, I should say.
Oops.
That's probably not something you want.
Whoops.
And no, what I want you to do is I need you to keep it together, because she's going to make you do the same thing Harvey was about to do.
Rolls are not kind tonight. That was a fucking 6. Oh, man.
That's not good.
That's really bad.
If you make it through this moment, you'll lose 2 stability. The rest of you see this because the gun has just been shot. Joel shot at Malkuth and now has taken the gun, and in despair because she missed, has decided to take her own life and now places the pistol to her head.
Oh, fuck.
Mark -2 stability.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do
If
lose
she
2
doesn't
stability.
immediately shoot herself in the brain.
Now I'm going to see if anybody has any split-second maneuvers.
Am I, like, knocked out?
No.
No? Oh, I'm
No.
good. I thought I was knocked out.
No,
Okay.
you can get up.
My stuff is literally only self-preservation, so...
Oh my god, I thought I was knocked out. Now I gotta look at all my things.
Somebody help a sister out.
I can't use perpetual victim, right?
You can use anything that you want to use.
Wait, is Joel still right next to me? Because I was right next to Harvey, and Joel was also right there.
Well, yeah, she stood up to shoot her gun, I
Yeah.
assume.
Like
So
right
I
there.
look up, and I see her shoot her gun and miss entirely, and then do one of these, and I'm like, stop that!
Very good. I need you to act under pressure.
Don't screw me. Please. Oh, thank the Lord.
Stop that, you stupid child!
Joel, you knew what you were doing was wrong, but if somehow you started to do it anyway. However, saved by Dr. Kennedy, you do lose 2 stability because you just about blew your own fucking head off.
Yup.
And so at this moment, you are just a little shook up over that.
Yep. We're on unfocused. I've got a -1 to disadvantage rolls.
If possible, I would have also, like, swatted the gun entirely out of her hand.
Well, I've got a lot of guns on me.
I know you have a lot of guns on you, but that one, at least, is now
Okay.
a couple of feet away.
Yeah, for 19, sure.
I'm probably just going to go straight to my butt after that. Just sit down. I need a minute.
Yeah, Harvey sits up and he's shook, as not understanding why he felt the compulsion to do that. And at this point, he's just he's staring at Blythe and he's just like heartbroken. Like, he's so sad that all this happened, and he blames himself for everything, but he doesn't really do much. He feels like he can't really do much now.
You guys don't understand. It's not going to be bad.
Oh, Blythe, dear. It
don't
will
think
be
you-
bad for
It's
all
not.
everyone.
It'll be just fine. It'll
No,
be
I'm right there with you. I don't care. I want to see what's going to happen. But
You know, all those parties your husband took you to, Blythe, that's what the world is going to be because of you.
Harvey isn't wrong.
What, you think you're going to get off scot-free because some evil lady told you, oh, you're going to be a god, and that's what you really want? You want to control people the way your husband controlled yours?
Well, she's 16 years old. What do you think?
It's not fucking right.
I've been shit on my whole life. And I'm getting an opportunity to get out of that. Are you guys insane?
Thought we were friends, I guess. I don't know.
You don't think the rest of us have been shit on our whole lives?
Blythe,
It's not
dear,
like
I feel as though you think it's all going to be sunshine and rainbows. It certainly will not be.
it just won't be fake anymore.
This is true, which is why I'm fine with what you've done.
You all are making decisions with knowledge that you do not have.
Then explain it.
When you saw the doctor's world,
You're the monologuing type, so fucking monologue already. Tell us what we're missing.
you've seen many worlds, but you have not seen them all. I create the worlds. But the rest of them want to keep you all trapped inside this world of pain and misery. I can let you have what you want. But if Golab gets his world, then you get to roll around in your ignorance and blindness until you die, or he plucks you out and tortures you with a doctor or a 16-year-old murdering torturess, which was what Blythe was destined to be.
Sorry, what?
Got a hell of a god complex.
I mean, to be fair, Blythe, she's not wrong. You have both murdered and tortured people, so...
They are always aware. They know what we're doing now. They know my plans. Harvey has seen it. He's been to the Archon's chamber. I sit there now. This is not me. But we play our game, and I have an advantage.
So how does the game change now that you have your cube?
That you will never understand, Dr. Kennedy.
Sadly, you're probably right.
But if you will continue to live a few more days, Harvey, and you guys play for me, I will give you your worlds.
What does that even fucking mean?
Do I still get to
frolic in the daisies?
No, it means, for instance, as a show of good faith, if we were to come to terms, Joel, one of the two killers of your parents will be waiting for you in your bunker. Hogtied, trust, an apple in his mouth.
And so I kill him, and then what? Then I work for you. We do your bidding. Play your little game.
You got it. Or you could become a typist. Or you could start all over. You want to be 5 again with mommy and daddy and just forget it all. And go off to the clouds with Sasha.
She's just sitting and she's rubbing the other gun that's in her hand against her head, scratching it.
Well, we're going to let you guys think about it because it's about time that if anybody needs to take a little potty break, I know some of us might have to potty.
For a second, I thought you were going to say we're done. And I'm like,
no! That's it.
We're
I need another hour and a half.
Yeah, we're about halfway. So, yeah, give your brains a moment to catch up. And everybody, don't go far away. If you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube or done all the Twitter likes, follows on Facebook and all that good stuff, now would be a good opportunity to go do that because we'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes. Won't take us too long. Stretch your legs, grab something to drink, and we will be right back.
Hello.
DM all the best. Yeah.
We
Murder on occasionally.
We get to come back and hear Harvey do a little singing. Thank you, Harvey.
You're welcome. It wasn't Les Mis this time.
I love it.
That was a good moment. That Les Mis duet.
That was fun.
When things were happy and simple, just like what?
Right,
20
just like
game
Les
hours
Mis.
ago.
Just like Les Mis,
Yeah.
where things are happy and simple.
Empty chairs.
Man, I miss the days where Blythe was disappeared.
Oh dear.
The days we could
Wow.
just.
I learned things while I was gone.
Oh, I've been racking my brain for my second dramatic hook because I don't know that I'm gonna get it.
I don't think
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna get it.
get either of mine.
Well,
Unless Ernie wants to have a heart-to-heart right now, like...
we never know what's going to happen in the KULT Manhattan ring, ladies and gentlemen. There's a little play back on my wrestling announcer days.
I did kind of allude to some of what I put Sasha through, so maybe that counts.
We're skirting on the edge. That's getting close. I'm easy when it comes to those dramatic hooks. You know that.
I want to know more.
The book is very clear about it. So who's going to do what?
I have a couple more questions for the lady. I'd like to continue talking to her for a second.
Is everybody calm enough for a conversation? Or Joel, do you need to calm everybody down so that you can ask some questions?
I think we all were just kind of sitting and scratching our heads.
Yeah, Harvey's just on the floor, just like crying and looking at Blythe. It's very pathetic.
Harvey's a mess. Sasha, what do you look like right now? Just setting the
Sasha's
stage.
shaken.
About like that.
Sasha's shaken, but Sasha hasn't taken his eyes off Blythe.
Okay. Blythe's probably feeling comfortable at the moment. I mean,
Yeah, I'm all right.
she did get knocked on her butt, but
Yeah, kind of hurt.
yeah, but when that stuff was coming at you, you thought, "Uh-oh, that's Sasha's shit. I'm dead." You were just hoping that your power would work, and it worked much better than you anticipated, and so you were quite pleased in that regard. Dr. Kennedy, you've done some doctoring. You jumped to, sealed up some wounds, per se. They might get infected later. We still don't know the results of that part of it. I do have it written down. What's going through your mind right now? There's some communication going on with this Archon. She flat out named herself.
I'm curious of several things, but if Joel has active questions that she needs to ask, then by all means.
Oh, I was getting to her. I just wanted to see what everybody else was doing first. So, well, Joel, didn't you just knock no, Dr. Kennedy, you just knocked the gun out of Harvey's hand.
Joel's
It was
hand.
mine.
No.
It's mine. I'm sitting on the ground scratching my head with the other gun that was in my hand.
Right.
Right.
And so, Joel, you look up at her to ask questions.
I just need to know a couple things before we all just decide that we've lost, that this is it. What happens to all the people that are down there right now living life?
Oh, you haven't lost. You just haven't woken up yet. What people are you concerned about?
Everyone. I mean, the people you meet on the street, the happy family that's sitting in the cafe across from you.
You smile. You are divine. You humans, you're gods. The Archons keep you in the illusion because they're afraid of you. You want me to let all of you have your power, your ability, your divine rights? Everybody will be awake. It will be what you want it to be. It's not me giving it to you. You will become, and it will be yours.
Well, what do you get out of it? What's your big scheme here? Everybody's got one.
I am the Awakener. I put you all in the prison because I am magnificent. And now I tear it down because I am magnificent. And I want to see what it's going to be like when you're all magnificent too. So, will you help me?
Does that mean we work for you now?
Joel, stop thinking of it like that. You work for you. You get to murder the murderers of your murdered parents and live in whatever world you want to live in. I have nothing to do with it.
Anybody else?
I don't want you to decide. You don't get to decide.
No, I won't decide. I was merely presenting you with all of the endless possibilities, Sasha. It can be the White Room. It can be your mother's bosom, for all I care.
Do we see each other ever again? Or do we all just live in our own little world by ourselves?
You will be gods.
This doesn't sound like a bad deal, y'all.
Well, we thought we were coming up here to stop Malkuth, and we're helping him live, so I don't exactly think that it's being honest here.
So Blythe, when I was 19 years old, right, I made my first big Coke deal. And, you know, I got told that this was going to be the thing that broke me. I was going to be rich, and I was going to be driving fancy cars, and I was going to be, I was going to be the fucking man on the street. And I believed it. So I got that. I had, I don't know, It was like $17,000 cash in my hands, and it was amazing. And you know what happened? That same motherfucker came back and robbed me. He shot me 2 times. You think you're gonna get something good out of this? We're not getting shit out of this. We're gonna get this. We're gonna be typists.
There's a catch. There's always a catch.
Gods. We're gods. Yeah, we're gods.
Sasha. You've glimpsed it, Sasha. You've seen it. You felt it. You sobbed when you lost it. It's what you've been searching for.
I don't believe you.
That's a shame.
Not anymore. You've held my best friend in sway. You've done nothing but deceive.
Now, that wasn't always me. There are other Archons playing in this game. You will have obstacles in front of you.
No. You don't twist my words. There is no way. There's no way. I'll kill every motherfucker in here before I let you do whatever it is that you're gonna do.
Oh shit.
No. I don't take your deal. I don't want your... No. I'm my own person. I get to choose, not you. I'm going to use contagious insanity.
Oh. Okay. You do something. I was about to. I don't know if Ash officially have any moves, so you move first. Nobody's giving me any hold. A 12.
So on a 12, let me get there.
I don't get there first. Choose an option.
I get to afflict my victim with a temporary psychosis in which they are haunted by their fears.
Yeah.
Does an Archon count as an NPC? Can I do that to a god?
You can try it, but I think they have a resistance to that sort of thing. I'm actually looking through some stuff right now. Because I know there are lessers that do. But go, let's see. So that's what, that would 12. That's what you get with your 12, right? Is to inflict a psychosis.
That's what I'm going to choose, yeah.
So let me ask you this, just for sake of argument while I decide. What do you plan on doing, assuming you were to inflict a psychosis and put this god into a stupor?
I'm gonna grab Harvey off the floor, and I'm gonna look at Joel, and I'm gonna say, "Run," and I'm gonna take off running.
So that's exactly what happens. Then you do that, and she grips her head and screams. Just echoes throughout the place. Makes you want to cover your ears. It hurts so bad. Which way are you running?
Well, how about this?
Shortest exit.
Yeah, did I see any doors in this with my magic eyes?
Yeah, is there? I mean, I don't assume that we see any doors.
No.
On an even, I am gonna go right, and on an odd, I am gonna go left. Odd, we're going left.
All right, I'm swiping the gun up off the floor.
Well,
But I'll run with him.
Oh yeah. Are we like diving over desks? Is that what left entails?
Yeah, you can kind of like, there's like 8 feet in between these rows.
Oh,
It's
okay.
an enormous place, lots of space, massive space. You can even still see like the little shadows and stuff beyond the gray. As you run through, you get about 20 feet, and then she's standing right there in front of you.
Then I'm gonna turn left, and I'm gonna run left again, back in the direction towards where we came into the room.
I'm gonna pause and ask another question of the scary lady.
I'm gonna follow Sasha. So,
so Joel kind of like puffs up her chest a little bit, tries to seem a little taller.
Joel,
what happens? You tell me this, because I'm starting to think that we don't really get an option here. Your typist here keep calling me the rebel. Your doorman downstairs calls me the Avenger. So what happens if you unveil everything and you suck us all in and we're all gods? What happens if I don't fucking like what I see?
When Joel starts talking, you guys have started to run, and there's this bit of confusion. Everybody just kind of freezes for a second as she gets that question out. Sasha, you feel like you're kind of running through a mud wall for just a moment. Who wants to say no?
I'm not saying no, I'm saying maybe. But you got to answer that question.
What was your question, Joel?
What if I don't like being a god?
Oh. Like a baby asking, what if I don't like a ribeye steak? You all look like meat eaters. Yes. Harvey's looking like he might not be anymore. Sasha, stop running. Just say no.
No.
Anybody else?
no.
You've not asked me what I want.
Dr. Kennedy, I assumed you were staying here with me. But there's work you could do. This is for everybody. I would like to have all of you. But if Sasha must live out his torment, then the other Archons can have him.
Sasha, think about this. You're the last fucking family I've got. Right now, I'm seeing that the only way past this is through.
What's through?
I don't know, but I always figure it out.
Sasha, how far away is he, by the way?
I've probably run. I mean, if I ended up having to slow down because the Archon was holding me back, I'm probably 80 feet from you, 100 feet from you.
I'm not going to scream at you. Can he hear me from where I am?
Yes, sound carries pretty well in here in spite of the background of typewriters, which it almost drones out because it's just so constant. It just gives this weight to the room.
Sasha, knowing you, you have experimented with psilocybin, LSD. You know of the multiverse theory, imagine everything existing all at the same time. That is probably only even a portion of the strange and interesting future Malkuth has in store.
So take the deal with the devil you know, huh? Is that what you're saying?
The thing is, we don't know. You have been... You've been searching blindly for that moment. I won't lie, I'm sorry. Because even after you told me, I knew it wasn't going to be as joyous and wonderful as you thought it was. But I let you keep going.
Knowing full well.
You know what I've seen.
And you're sorry? That's what you are? You're sorry?
To be perfectly honest, no.
Right, exactly. Don't fill me, don't fuck.
I'm sorry for the pain I've caused you, but I'm not sorry for the work that I've been able to do through you.
That's more like it. Malkuth. If I say yes, does Harvey's limited time go away? Does the clock stop for him?
Not with the yes. There are still some finer details that will have to be sorted out, but yes, Sasha, once
Sort
Harvey
them out.
becomes a god, he'll have all the time he wants.
So, what are the details? Let's be perfectly clear here. Everyone says yes. Then what?
We have some archons to play with. The first one is a longtime foe of mine, and there are some things that she has planned that I would like to foil. There are still some things working as we speak, so I can't give you all of the precise details, but know this, there are some things that you will need to do, and I will make them all very clear to you. And they're coming very soon. I believe with a complete yes. The first thing that I think needs sorted out is there's a killer waiting at Joel's place. That will have to be sorted out, of course, but that's for her. Small favors, Sasha, small favors. Little prices to pay for infinity of divinity.
I want your word. You know I'll do whatever I have to do to survive. If you've been watching me as long as you say that you've been watching me, or been manipulating me as long as you say you've been manipulating me, you know. I'll say yes as long as Harvey Stay safe.
She smiles, a big visible smile that everybody can see. Except Sasha, in your head, depending on how well you keep it together, you almost have to grip your head as you get a very distinct polaric view, if that makes any sense, as to what is with her word and without her word. And with, at the same time, you get a vision of bright light and beauty and all of the things that you love. Your head feels like it's about to explode. So that, here's my point. All of this happens in your head, but I want to, one, put you through a whole bunch of pain for just a real brief instant. And it's her scaring you into, don't ever ask for my word. My word, I am all. You know what I mean? She's flexing her muscle for you. And she's doing it through pain in your head. But clouding your visions with, you get it, and here's pretty stuff to go along with it. I love you, but I'm spanking you on the butt.
So keep it together. Is that what you're telling me to do?
Yes.
Long story short.
So.
Oh, yeah.
You take it.
Sasha, these visions, you know, it's this swinging in the park and giggling as a child, but as he's swinging this, you know, you see Sasha sees a car plow into a child on a bicycle.
That's it.
And then a flash and Coney Island and riding the Ferris wheel and laughing with my mother, and then seeing someone leap from one of the cars on the Ferris wheel above me and hit the ground, and then a flash, and then I'm 14 and I'm standing in the stoop of you know, of the building that we live in, and he's holding hands with this pretty girl, and someone comes screaming down the stairs, and he's getting ready to kiss this girl, and it's like first kiss kind of moment, and then this person that comes screaming down the stairs bowls over her and starts stabbing her. I mean, it's this one after another, and it's this confusion, but through it all, Harvey, that's the one thought that stays with Sasha and that keeps him stable, is Harvey.
And that's the last image when the pain subsides that's in your head, is Harvey safe and sound. And the interesting thing about all of those little situations that you named is those were situations that were like moments in your past, whether they were real or whether they were just those deja vu moments that you have, and they didn't turn out to violent ends that time, but you remember walking and thinking, well, somebody could fall and splat, or being in that time with a girlfriend and thinking, you know, these moments when you think, oh, something terrible could happen, it just flashes through. And then after all of that, the pain goes away and the image of Harvey is still left in your head when you open your eyes and see him on the ground before you.
If you were like in pain visibly, he'd be up and like hands on your shoulder, like kind of like staring at you.
Yeah, I'd have, you know what I mean? I'd have the 100-yard stare. Like I would just be, there would be no recognition of you being, I'd be so, I think I'm so far in my head at that point. that even if you were saying my name or shaking me or whatever, Harvey or Sasha wouldn't be responsive, at least for that 10 seconds, 30 seconds, however long it was that took.
What'd you do? What?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh god. Fuck, dude.
And he.
You okay?
Yeah. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Are we doing this? I don't know what's going through your head right now. I don't. Listen, I don't want to be a pawn anymore, and I don't want you to be a pawn anymore. Maybe I was right. Maybe the only way out of this is. I don't want. It's not a way to live.
So are you going to just give up?
I don't. Sasha, what are you thinking?
Joel is giving you the biggest puppy dog eyes too. I hope you know this.
I've done worse. And I love you.
Yeah, I know.
And if I have to do worse to save you, I'm gonna do it. And he looks at Joel, and if I have to do worse to save you, I'm gonna do it. So yes. That's the answer. Yes.
I don't.
Harvey.
You don't work well under pressure, Sasha. You don't take orders. I fucking know you. You don't take orders. You're gonna probably do a couple of things for this motherfucker, and then you're gonna think, fuck this, and you're gonna do something crazy, and you're gonna get killed anyway, or become what are these mindless sheep? You're gonna become a typist, because I know you. He's gonna tell you to do one too many things, and you're not gonna be able to do this. So you're signing your life away for nothing.
What other choice?
He's not gonna help me. I'm gonna die in 3 days, and you're just gonna sell your soul. I've already done that, and it's not great, dude. Oh my god. And he like takes a step back from you, and he's just like running his hands through his hair over and over. The gun is like still in one of his hands. He's like, oh fuck, this is so fucked up. Oh my god.
I told you I'd follow you to the end. All right? It's what I said.
Oh.
This is the fucking weirdest 72 hours of my life.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe not.
Fine. You do it.
If it stops the clock for you, then I'm doing it. Then I'm doing it. The answer is yes, Malkuth. The answer is yes. Sasha takes the gun from Harvey.
Anybody else? Blythe, my beautiful doll, I knew I could count on you. Dr. Kennedy, you are going to learn things you never thought possible. Joel, I believe you have some revenge waiting for you, so that's a yes from everybody, right?
No.
Harvey.
I came here to stop being a pawn, not dig myself a deeper hole.
Harvey, how many days do you have left?
I don't know. 3, 4.
Swap dealer put a mark on you, girl. Boy.
You know I'm pretty as fuck. I got a dick. You can look at it if you want. Fuck, I don't care.
I'll look at it.
People say the same thing to me. It's the hair thing. I apologize.
Mhm.
You only have a couple of days, Harvey. That deal was set in stone long before I got a hold of you. I have
and you
saved
told me a
you.
few days ago that no matter what I did coming up here and opening the box, that I still wouldn't get any of that time back. I'm having a hard time believing you. Am I gonna get my life back? Or am I still gonna die anyway? Malkuth, and no matter what you say, I still don't know if I can believe you.
Mr. Winston, you had to know that nothing was ever going to go back to the way it was.
Harvey, your curse is with one of the gods of Elysium. I can deal with the fat man, but I have to have some things for him, and his prices for an Archon are steep. I will cover that cost. And you could have your life back, but you are still on the clock. For now, as it were. So the more time we debate, water keeps squeezing through fingers.
Harvey, just say yes.
So
Please.
if we unlock this divinity, does that mean that we can go deal with that fat man ourselves?
I'll deal with the fat man, Sasha.
And you'll get Harvey off the clock.
That will be the goal.
I don't want.
Or Harvey, just be done with it now. Choose not to choose. There are other Archons that can toy with your soul.
I'm not being toyed with anymore. I won't. I'm done. I came here to break the curse, and I'm done. I'm done.
You're giving up?
He kind of looks at Sasha, and he's very, very vulnerable and shaky right now. And I want to try to use a move. Ooh, that works. I'm gonna use improviser, which lets me choose one option from the list.
Yes.
And I'm going to use the find something you can use as a makeshift weapon. So he's just shaking, and he's stepping back, and he's just like, he's lost it. Like, his whole goal through the whole thing was break the curse, be free, finally be free, and he's brought all of his friends into this, and he's got everybody mixed up, and he looks at Sasha, and he reaches into his jacket, and he pulls out a letter, and he just kind of like throws it at him, and then he reaches in his other pocket, and he pulls out his car keys, and he just like, I can't, I don't want to, and he takes a few more steps back, and he just like jams it in his throat.
No.
there is a gout of blood coming from Harvey as he drops to his knees and starts to gurgle.
I am already running towards them.
With wide eyes.
I am a ways away.
Wait.
Act under pressure.
Fuck.
You get there rather quickly, quicker than you expected, just as Harvey falls to his face onto the floor, as blood is just, I mean, he got the artery. It squirts out 2 feet.
Sasha has dashed forward, and he rips his shirt off, and he, you know what I mean, has balled it up and is applying pressure and is holding the back of Harvey's head and just bawling.
Yeah, Joel takes off running over to them too, and she's like visibly upset now.
That was my battlefield medicine roll, by the way.
22.
Yup.
Better than a 9.
Way better than a 9.
So, great job, Dr. Kennedy.
When it matters, Dr. Kennedy is there.
So, Harvey is just, you've picked her up, and who's holding her? I suppose Sasha. You've probably got her cradled.
Yes.
And blood is just squirting out all over the place. And Dr. Kennedy comes over, and what is it? Is there anything mystical that happens when you attempt to do your battlefield medicine under pressure like that?
I have to imagine that there must be, considering that I don't have any medical equipment for surgery. There has to be something.
Right. It's kind of what I was thinking too. As you've got your hand, and you may get a little bit of a panic in your heart because you're not skilled in these sorts of things, and you're thinking your anatomy in your head of all of the shit that just got fucked up when he did what he did, and the blood is still just squirting out and oozing between your fingers, and it seems to slow down as Harvey just kind of chokes and gags and then stops. And you look down, and it appears as though the wound seems to have kind of closed up a little bit. But then when your eye goes from the hole in her throat to her face, her eyes are wide and her pupils are looking like she's looking up, and her eyeballs are not moving, nor is she breathing. I keep looking at Harvey's face, and it's Jaylee.
I'll wear a mask.
It's okay. My bad. I'm sorry, Harvey. Doesn't move.
Mr. Winston. Mr. Winston. Harvey. I slap him across the face.
This
Something
is the choice of no.
Sasha stands up. And he looks down at Harvey. And he looks at Malkuth. No.
Sasha. And Joel kind of gets to her feet and she kind of gets in his face. Sasha, you can't fucking leave me here. You are the last fucking person on this earth that I give a shit about. And the other person is laying fucking there. You gonna fucking leave me too? You're gonna make his life worth fucking nothing? Or are you gonna make it fucking mean something? If you say no, who pays? Me. I'm the one. Again. By myself.
I need everybody except Harvey, of course, to keep it together.
Can I do something?
Yes, at any time. I said this the other day on Wednesday. It's especially for anybody. Well, and Blythe, you've not been a big tabletop roleplay gamer at all, but there's always this fear that there's no spell slots or anything like that. So if you think you need to make a move, that's why they're called moves, and you can make them. And if it's in an inappropriate spot, I'll let you know. But for the most part, you've got it. So Blythe, what do you want to do? Because a whole bunch of shit has just happened. Like a lot of shit.
And everyone's been doing shit. And now I want to do shit. Can I use Divine on Malkuth? Is that an option?
Do what?
Can I use Divine?
Oh. Hold that thought.
Okay. Says creature.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Because you may achieve what you want just by merely thinking it in your head. You've kind of got Malkuth's favor at the moment. What were you hoping to get Malkuth to do?
Fix it.
Fix it. Just fix it.
Yeah. I need Harvey back to life, please.
You get a similar sense that Sasha just kind of went through, where you have these images that flash through your head that give you comfort in the sense that Malkuth is aware and in control, but you get a little spank on the butt with a nice headache for thinking that you could use your divine power to control her.
Yes.
Dr. Kennedy, you look like you've been scrolling through your mental spell book.
Oh, I've got nothing that I can use, and I rolled a 5 on Keep It Together, so...
Oh, so you lose 2 stability.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else did pretty good.
Yeah, everybody else did fine.
Except Blythe, but Blythe just got spanked.
Okay. I have a new question.
Yes.
If somehow I am able to barter with Malkuth and to bring Harvey back to life, can I use Perpetual Victim on Harvey to make him say yes?
That could be a possibility, but there's a few hoops you'll have to jump through to get to that. But yes, with the right conversation, it could lead to that. But Dr. Kennedy has lost it, because that's what happens now. He went and he got what he thought was the full dose of healing skill that he had in his heart in that moment, because Dr. Kennedy has had moments in his life where he has not been pure of heart. And so when he takes these moments, when he really tries to do something good for someone with no real self-interest behind it, it hurts when it doesn't work, which is what just happened. And so he's there down, kneeled over Harvey as well, having just taken a face full of blood. What's that like? You lose it.
Harvey, why? We could have fixed it. It might not have been immediate, but we could have fixed it. You just needed patience. It's a little more time. But you had to say no. You stupid boy. You stupid child.
Joel, you've been able to keep it together. Sasha's breaking down. Dr. Kennedy just lost 2 stability points. Blythe is having a little emotional crisis as a 16-year-old, having wanted to flex her muscles and then didn't get to, so she's got a little pride thing happening too, but it's also in a bit of shock and denial. She's been through some shit in the last 24 hours, and then everything starts when she thought all was saved for her. Now it's all starting to seemingly crumble away when just moments ago she had everything at her fingertips.
Joel turns around to Malkuth, and she is the only one who's kind of not crying. I mean, you can see her eyes are wet, but she's definitely not there yet. And she's pissed. Can you bring him back?
She smiles.
If we can get him to say yes, will you bring him back?
You just see this big smile across her face, and you notice that it seems she might have more teeth than she should. It's almost kind of spooky because you hadn't seen teeth until now. And in behind you, Joel, right over here, just over your shoulder on the floor, in Dr. Kennedy's arms, you hear Harvey cough and sputter. And
yeah.
and gulp in a breath of air.
Oh.
And
Sasha is immediately on the floor with his arms around her, and I am full on. Sasha is full on kissing Harvey on the mouth and kissing his face and hugging him and just sobbing. There's blood all doesn't give a shit. I'm shirtless, fucking blood everywhere, and he is just yeah.
Harvey had bled out, jugular blood all over the place, And your sealed fate, Harvey, that takes you, you get to come back, but you lose 2 time.
Yes, I have an advantage that lets me come back to life when I die. So, -2 time. I have 3 now. Or, no, actually, I have 2.
2.
He's confused. He's just kind of sputtering.
You do, because you didn't know you had this ability.
Yeah. But he's sputtering, and like slowly he reaches up and he's just like kind of clawing into Sasha's back and holding him back, and he's just sobbing at this point. And just like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
Joel drops to her knees and she gets in on the group hug.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Fucking idiots. Don't fucking ever do that again.
I don't want
Why
you.
am I back? Why?
So, Harvey, it seems your deal with Swap Dealer worked out better for you than you realize.
I just want to die. Just let me die.
No.
Absolutely not.
Harvey, you can't fucking die and leave me here. You and Sasha are the only 2 fucking people I've got left.
He doesn't say anything. He just nods.
So,
when Harvey came back up and Sasha, leaped down on Ernie, just kind of slumped backwards. So he's just kind of sitting there and staring at all of them.
I think Blythe would sink to her knees by Harvey and just kind of be there.
He kind of like feebly reaches for the keys again, but I'm sure someone has taken that away from him by now.
Oh, those are getting swatted out of your hand.
He's...
Those are getting thrown across the room.
Mm-hmm.
He's just sobbing. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to...
So let me ask you this then. In each person's heart, it doesn't get, she doesn't ask you, but is there anyone who is in the no column? No.
Not if he has no choice.
You have no choice.
No, I'm not asking you, Harvey. At this point, Harvey, you're kind of like in an unanswer. I couldn't answer a question if you asked me if the sky was blue.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say mozzarella.
Calzone.
Yeah.
Manicotti.
So what happens then is you are all kind of leaned over Harvey. Harvey, everybody's gotten and gathered around you. Several of you are in tears. Nobody really notices that the typewriters have stopped. And when you look around, you realize you're in Joel's living room. The red carpet that you were on was unnoticeable because Joel in your living room now is this tremendously huge blood stain on your carpet. It encircles all of you to the point to where to see the edge of it, you have to actually physically turn your head. And Joel, only because you are attuned to the sounds of your own house, and you kind of know what it sounds like, you hear the muffled sounds of, is that somebody bouncing a chair or something down in my safe room. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
Oh my god. Oh yeah. You were here for that whole episode.
Is the letter that I threw at Sasha, is that still on the ground or is that gone?
No, that would be that would have been in my pocket.
I assume Sasha snatched that right up.
Yeah.
Everybody take a breath.
No, I'm not going to.
There will be no further breathing this evening.
Oh man.
That was great.
This was so good.
Thank you guys so much. That was so much fun. Harvey, I'm sorry I keep calling you she. That's because I'm
It's
almost
alright.
50 years old.
I am a girl playing a boy.
And yeah, God damn it, I screw that stuff up all the time. I just can't get used to it. Yeah. Oh, it's pretty amazing. Okay, so cool. That worked out. I didn't know if that was going to work out for me or not.
Nothing like performance fatigue.
Yeah.
Dramatic episode.
Very dramatic.
Oh,
Good
boy.
job. Excellent. Okay, so while it's still fresh in our minds and everybody needs to vent a little bit, we're going to go around the table, get it off your chest, and do any plugs that you want to do. And let's start with Harvey so that Harvey can be done with it.
Wowie. Okay, well, I told Curtis, hey, I have an advantage that lets me come back from the dead. I want to use it at some point, and then he put me in an extremely depressing situation. Okay, so I actually cried tonight multiple times, but that's a good sign, nothing bad. It means I really enjoy this game, and I'm really, like, getting close to it, and all the characters and all the action, and I can't imagine what would be next. I thought the last 10 episodes would just be us climbing Trump Tower, and now we're gods. I'm really excited. This is so great. I love games that I can get like actually emotionally invested in. So I can rant about this for more and take up everybody else's time, but I'm not going to do that. You can also find me as Daisy Hamilton in our Wednesday cult game and on Twitter at Jahoy_matey. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaylee. And yes, we know you love it. That's why you do so good.
Was that Emily?
As both Harvey and Daisy. We're all falling in love with Daisy real quick too, just because you throw that little twang in your voice, and it's awesome. All right, so let's get Dr. Kennedy. We'll go to him.
I love this game so much. I've only cried like twice in the entire time that I've played this character. So you can find me on Twitter at ChrisStoneCipher. You can find Mew Jackman, who made his appearance earlier tonight, at The Greatest Meowman on Instagram. And of course, right back here next Friday for another game of KULT Divinity Lost Manhattan.
Yeah, I had our people, I should say, not my people. I had our people get a hold of Mew Jackman's people to try to get Mew on the show officially, get his own little frame and stuff, and he wasn't having it. He wouldn't commit the entirety of the time slot, and he wanted way too much treats.
What do you expect?
I know.
He's a Madonna. He's trying to climb. Oh, hang on.
See, and then he wants to come. Then he wants to come jump in my picture.
He always wants to do guest spots, but he never wants to take.
Mew, have your agent call my people. We got a deal. I'm telling you.
Listen, I'm his agent.
Oh shit! Well, see, that explains it. Use your own name next time, Chris. All right, I'm done talking to you. Let's go over to Blythe. She didn't get to do a whole lot during that last little part. She was just kind of sitting there with her head going back and forth, like, can I? But no, but so.
It would be that stormtrooper from the Star Wars movies. Traitor!
Yeah.
Traitor!
Poor
She
Blythe.
just wants to be the queen.
She saw a shot at, exactly what the doll wants. The chance for revenge on anybody that she's ever hated in her past. and make herself happy again. Tell us what's going on, Blythe.
Yeah. Wow. I learned so much about Blythe tonight. Curtis was just handing me all of these candies, and I was like, well, I'm a 16-year-old girl. Okay. And that's what was going through my mind. Like, all right. So I did everything in my power to become the queen, become a god, and we'll see if it works out.
I think you've still got some shining moments on the horizon, I bet.
Oh,
She seemed to kind of talk you up a little bit. I was impressed.
I don't doubt it.
Where can we find you at, Krista? What are you doing these days? Are you in the dice making business yet? Are you still working on that?
I think I need to get new molds for my dice. They just haven't been turning out very well, and I'm upset, and I got discouraged, and so I've stopped doing it.
Well, don't get discouraged. Keep working at it, and maybe we can help get you some new dice molds one of these days.
Maybe.
Super.
Yeah. Instagram, Creasa the Barista. My cat, Binks, also Instagram, Binks the Black Cat. He did a real cute post today about Friday the 13th and black cats and all that jazz, so you should check that out.
That would be why he didn't return any of my calls today.
Yeah, he was really feeling himself this holiday.
At least Muse fake agent Chris called me back. So, all right. Well, then...
I knew I was going to be here, so...
Let's jump over to the other one that I think I got teared up a little bit tonight. Good old Sasha.
Hey. Yeah, fuck. Nice sneaky move, you motherfuckers. I knew somebody was going to die tonight. Harvey was not the one that I thought was going to die tonight. I am Duke. I am at Invisible Duke on Twitter and Instagram. I am the creative director here at TTRP Theater. I play in this wonderful game of KULT Divinity Lost. I am also the GM for our bi-weekly Tuesday night radio drama, Renaissance City, which is a Prowlers and Paragons Ultimate Edition podcast kind of thing, I guess. It's an audio drama.
It's a radio drama.
It's a radio drama, yeah. It's really fun. So come check that out with us. We have a full schedule now. We are on almost every night of the week with new streams. It's just crazy, all the stuff that we have going on the channels. So please follow, subscribe, check out our YouTube, check out our Twitter. Fucking Jaylee, god damn you.
I'm innocent.
She's just as devious as I am sometimes. Thank you, Duke. Yes, we are on rails. And that leaves us, speaking of somebody else who works with us behind the scenes, just like Duke. Duke's our creative director. And down there is our community manager, Joel.
Hi. Wow. Thank you guys for all of your wonderful performances tonight. I am hands down always thrilled, excited, and shocked to see what all you will pull out of your sleeves. I almost started bawling about 15 times tonight, but I also kept it together. I need to go smoke like a whole pack of cigarettes after this because I'm stressed out. You can find me at Twitter and all of the fun social medias at Erica Inmore97. And of course, if you haven't already followed us on the Facebooks and the Twitters and the YouTubes, do all that because it makes me feel like I do something. So
yeah,
you also do things on Discord.
In Discord,
yes.
Everybody should also go check out the Discord.
We got all kinds of new fun friendos on Discord this week.
That's what I was just going to say is the best place to catch Erica is on Discord. Just throw out a meme or something and she will be right there along with you, as long as it's past sleep-in time. Then she'll be right there and into the waking hours of the night. She's usually up pretty late. Of course, she's not feeling good tonight, so she may hit the bed. So thank you, players. That was awesome. I told you I was going to mind fuck with you a little bit today, and everything fell perfectly into place. And thank all of you out there for watching. whether it's live right now on Twitch or in the future on YouTube. We appreciate it. Right now, I'm trying to do some promoting of the YouTube channel. All of our past episodes are available on our YouTube page. Just go up to the little search bar, type in TTRP Theater, and we'll pop up. Hit the big red subscribe button. It's free, and it gets us that much closer to having the extra funds that we really need to turn up tabletop roleplay by investing in other talented, independent, creative artists, actors, gamers, writers, directors, more. All of the wonderful people that we have that are right now contributing all of their time for free and for fun. So I have to try to balance work with pleasure, and everything seems to be paying for itself pretty well so far, but we want to move up to the next level, and that requires help from you guys. Make sure you hit us up on Twitter and Facebook, just like the kids said, and if you want to really help, for as little as $1 a month, you can help chip away at some of that legwork it takes to really keep this thing rolling, by going over to our Patreon page and checking that out. Tomorrow morning is Bethany Dillingham's Adventure with Advantage at 9 a.m. Central, followed by The Curse of Strahd at 9 p.m. Central. On Monday, our bi-weeklies return. D and DDT Domains of Dread on Monday, along with our other bi-weekly that Duke just told us about, Renaissance City. Let's see, how did I type it up? A Prowlers and Paragons Ultimate Edition radio drama. Oh, I used radio this time because I was using podcast, then I used radio. We love it.
Hey,
I think radio drama is classier, but
it's fun. Whatever it is, whatever you want to label it,
It's old school.
yeah,
it's
whatever.
a good time. It's me and a bunch of my old friends playing superheroes in the 1920s. Was supposed to be noir, steampunky kind of Detroit, but really it's turned into a bunch of bumbling and stumbling, us making fun of each other across the table. So,
and we love that too. That's another thing that's great about what it is we do here. Wednesday and Thursday, both still jam-packed with more KULT Pathfinder 2e, and of course, some truly entertaining D&D 5e. All of us will be back next week because we all survived somehow at the end, which seems to be a trend here at TTRP Theater. Frank died. We will be back next week with the next episode of KULT Divinity Lost Manhattan. So until then, everyone say good night, sweet dreams, and we love you.
Good night.
Good night, sweet dreams. We love you.
Hashtag RIP Frank.
RIP Frank.
RIP Frank.